Because you will kill all your brain cells.
It was very true to form. The same thing with this panel. How many people have ever been to a panel? Because I've seen some people haven't been to Rocky before. How many people have ever been to a panel? 1, 2, a half.
Liars.
He's like, dude, what kind of drugs are you on? Because I need some after this event. Because you have that that gone smile going, everything's cool, man. It's all cool. And the guy in the last room, he was actually Gonzo, a.k.a. Johnny Depp, a.k.a. Fear and Loathing. It's like, dude, I want your costume. Anyway.
I'm gonna make a Hunter Thompson costume one of these days.
You're gonna make it. Jenny's not gonna make it for you?
Well, I'm gonna get one together, and whether the pieces come from Jenny or not, remains to be seen.
Okay. What I thought of when I looked over there.
I'm gonna give you guys a wave at the beginning.
Hair, and then your face kind of looks like him, and then you got a paintbrush. I was like, oh god, it's Bob Ross with 2 people. No offense, I think it's awesome.
There might be certain words happening because this is all about Rocky, and there's certain words you cannot say without really talking about Rocky much.
Like fuck.
Yes. Kind of like how Lionel Bruce said, it's all how you say the word and use it appropriately. So if anybody's offended by cussing, I'm sorry, this is the wrong panel.
If anyone's offended by cussing, please don't be afraid to fuck off.
So yes. Last night when we did our show, it was awesome, but I didn't know as the also emceeing how to work a room because there's a lot of young people. I'm like, what words can I say? I'm like, okay, so nice. Okay, are you gonna start yelling at me now? Because I really do love you.
Please do.
And I have the Medusa go at any time I need. Sweet. Or run over you with my wheelchair. One of the two.
You're cheating. No bras allowed. I want to see nipple, damn it.
So, as we were saying, Waiver, we're going to have a lot of fun. The more fun you guys have, the more fun we have, the more sound effects you make, the more sound effects we make, the better the sex gets, and there's a really good restaurant there now, and I want to get a hamburger. And I will give you a good orgasm. So, as I said, I'm the director. My name's Chelsea. This is Jimmy, my AD. Natalie. Natty. And Jenny. So, Jenny's job for the cast is, she's the super glue, the heartbeat. Also, she's known as the costume Nazi. If there's any Jews in the audience, I do apologize. You've not seen Rocky Horror. There's Zeke Heiler the whole entire time by a guy named Dr. Scott. But he's the best Nazi because he's a Nazi that sings. Natty, did I have the IE okay at the end? Are you sure? Good. So, Natty actually, on the cast, her point of view basically would be coming out as a fan, someone who's starting on to Rocky, growing up through the ranks, and now she's actually bringing all the magic and fun. Jimmy is like the Eddie, in a way, like the Sweat.
I
No?
have my own idea what I like.
Wait, I know, but that's a different panel. And I only saw one furry the whole entire day.
Wait, what?
One furry the whole entire day.
That's fine. I didn't want to talk about furry.
Okay, good. And we'll say, so Jimmy,
What?
why do you do what you do?
Because it's awesome. Okay, so I've figured out the perfect way to explain it. Who, when they were a kid, ever saw a Jackie Chan movie? Okay, after you saw it, did you want to run around karate chopping invisible ninjas? That's what I get to do, and then people clap for me for doing it. Like, I get to be the biggest kid and pretend I get to be these characters that I love in this movie that I love, and I get to pretend. Can you even hear me through the mic? Okay. I get to pretend I'm them and have an amazing time. And then, because of that, something I love doing, I get to go to cons for free and get hotel rooms. Like, I feel like it's unfair to the people who run the con that, hey, come do this thing you love, and then we'll let you do another thing you love. What? How much is that going to cost? No, you get to do it for free. You're lying to me. I know you're lying to me. What are you doing? But yeah, that's why I do what I do, is because it's freaking fun, and I love it, and it's awesome, and it makes me happy. So there's that. Happy? Yes, happy? Cool.
Thank you. Natty? So, why do you do what you do so good? It's on.
I do this because it's fun, like he said. It's a whole lot of fun, and coming to Rocky for the first time when I was 13, I was like, what are these people doing? How are they running around half naked? I don't understand how they're all so comfortable in their own bodies. This is all new to me. And then I started going every weekend, and I made friends with some cast members, and I just, ever since I started doing it about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, it's broken me out of my shell, and it makes me feel so much more comfortable being who I am. And I think that's a wonderful feeling, and everyone should have that. And Rocky is what gave it to me. And I love these people, and it's a lot of fun. That's why I do it.
A question for those that have seen Rocky Horror Picture Show before, or Rocky Horror Show. Do you know, and if you answer correctly, or even come up with a really decent answer, you will get a prize. Do you know the first AP line, or audience participation line, that was ever said at a Rocky Horror Picture Show event?
Yeah, Columbia looks like she knows.
She has a bit of a...
Yes, yes, Columbia? Yes, give it a shot. The character, you got the character right. It's an AP line dealing with the character. So, you're close. Anybody? Anybody? Okay. I'll give you a hint. It happens in a certain scene where there's rain.
Oh.
So obviously, it happens outside. Yes? Yes? Closer. Getting closer. Okay. By the way, you won something. Come see me. Come see us after the thing. We actually have bumper stickers. We'll give you one of our bumper stickers. When I was doing research for the Rocky panel a while ago, I laughed because the very first line was, "Can somebody please buy that bitch an umbrella?" I'm like, wow, that was the first line. That was over 35 years ago in New York City. And ever since then, the AP lines have been flowing like crazy. Every cast seems to have their core AP lines. Every state seems to have their own unique ones to their state. There are different presidents. There's different ones for different presidents, different ones for world leaders. And like when you do research for a project, that's what I love doing as a director. I love building projects, doing the research, trying to figure out how to make these guys sweat and yell at me more. And it's like, whoa, there's even a Rocky Horror Picture Show cast in Israel. That to me is like beautifully wrong because one of the main characters is Dr. Scott, who's a German. Some of the casts that I've seen across Florida, there's a line whenever they talk about Dr. Scott, it's the Hail! And I'm like, do you get away with that there? Or is it like Palestine versus Israel? You know, I don't know. Or like, and it's like, wow. So it's like to every person that goes, there's something special that they're going to take from it. There's some people that when they go, they're like, this is the most stupidest thing ever, and they never come back. If they come back, you can start learning things, I think. One of the things, we actually served on a cast together, that's how we met. So I met Jenny at a different event. She was my body paint model, and that's how we met. And then she came in and we started working together. Not only, it was actually the founding member of our cast, and started cheesing on the outside with her sister and one of our mutual best friends. And it's been crazy since then. But there was a guy who came to see us perform, not cheesy, but another cast, and he was writing a scoop paper. And the scoop paper was what was wrong with society. And society is pretty messed up. Society, I think, can get better. And when you come to events like this, you can see creativity, you can see love, you can see people joking around, you can see new technology, you can see one person spend $1,000 on a Halo costume, and you can see somebody go cardboard and make something that's equally beautiful. You're walking down the hallway and people are going, "Buttscotcha?" I'm like, I've heard that for years. Where did that come from? You know, people are having fun, they're laughing. It's like, whoa, maybe society can get better when people start learning how to laugh. And that's when the kid came to our cast, he's like, I want to write a paper on what's wrong with society, and I decided to pick Rocky because Rocky is what wrong with society. I'm like, really? So he was there for 10 weeks. At his 9th week, he's like, I have to go to my professor and completely rewrite my thesis. I'm keeping the title, but if society could be more like Rocky Horror Picture Show, and there was the love and respect I see on this cast, society would be less messed up. And then we threw him on stage, because that's the only way to get the full experience, is not being an audience member, but sitting on stage and learning roles and being blinded and having people yell lines at you in the middle of the night and go home like, oh my God. So I had to do Dr. Scott, because that's a good position to begin with. And he finishes her paper, and he goes, yeah, society can change when people are laughing and joking around and loving each other and being there for each other. And I guess that's one of the major, for me, one of the ABCs of Rocky. You get another little factoid. Richard O'Brien was a failed writer, actor when he started. He was between jobs. How many people have got fired from a job? Anybody ever get fired from a job?
Yeah, that shit sucks.
Anybody get broken up by their girlfriend, boyfriend, significant other?
Yeah, that shit sucks too.
Yes, you could. Nice.
I drove her down.
He
No,